you zombies out there, the ones who can't sleep or shit, neither can I. It's now 24 midnight, before it turns into the 16th of December, 2021. So what the hell are we all doing up this time in the morning? Waiting and counting down for 2021 to get the hell out of here, so now we can complain about 2022. How's that, right? More politics, more bullshit, more anything else. I couldn't sleep, guys. I couldn't sleep if I wanted to. I got acid indigestion. Last of the milk until I get some more in the morning. Yeah, I could have done the Tylenol, but you know, I'm a milk fanatic. And what does a sleep-deprived fanatic or maniac do at these times? Well, let's see, we surf the net, we check out YouTube, we see if there's anything else interesting over there to put us to sleep, hopefully music, and if we can't find the music, we find controversy. And if we find a controversy, maybe that'll bore us enough to put us into a catatonic state where we can just go, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Because at this point, the sessions have already been taped like about half a day ago or more than that, of people still trying to find meaning of life by finding controversy wherever they can. And I'm talking of both sides of whatever insanity they're being broadcasted on. For instance, people who take their camera phones, such as mine, and they go out and they want to create and stir controversy. They want to get a name for themselves. They want. And quite frankly, some of us who actually view this stuff view it as we get reactions to either antigens, allergens, something even worse. And we can't get rid of the controversy because we're seeing this. It's insulting the living crap out of our own senses, and therefore we must go full-tilt boogie at this point. We must chase after these windmills because the spirit of Don Quixote commands us to do so. We are pursuing the ever-elusive Dulcineas out there, thinking we're romantic at this point. But our quest, our conquest, is the elusive windmill that's transformed into a topic or subject that's pissing people off left and right. So now we got other people who have to be pissed off at the old fart who's chasing after these windmills, thinking he's an old knight. My thing is, who's Don Quixote at this point? I mean, whose viewpoint are we looking at Don Quixote? I mean, granted, it's a hell of a story. It's a hell of a romantic story if you look at it or a play. And it is available on YouTube. But in real life right now, we've got people chasing controversy left and right because they think they can. They think they want to. They think it's out there. And they must chase after it. It is their windmill. They have to do it. Because they are brain dead. Says the guy with the mouse ears on top of them, lights up if he happens to hit a switch in the back of the head so he can get attention for himself. But notice I don't have the lights on to capture attention to myself. Nor do I have an Instagram or Instagram followers. I don't do that kind of crap. I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing Facebook, and that's the only two things I like. Sometimes I'm not sure if I like social media at all. Yes, I need to get my word out there. I need to keep true to the topic and to the subject matter that I put out there. Said before, I'm no expert at anything. 55, going to be turning 56. And I'm still learning a lot of things. No sport. to learn things about what I like and I don't like. What I don't like right now. What I really don't like right now is people freaking out because of mask mandates or mandates period. People have to have a connection fit. And to tell YouTube itself, the troubleshooters of YouTube, and also, look, I know there's history regarding all of this. I know there's a lot of information out there that's either verifiable or not verifiable. I'm not trying to be the ones trying to spread that crap around. In my own humble opinion, in my own humble experience of knowledge, this is what I'm trying to share without trying to confuse the masses that are already confused enough and pissed off enough and anything and everything. So let me say this. If I've forgotten what the hell I just said today, it's the CRS kicking in again. Yeah. What happens? Can't remember shit. Well, thanks a lot, Google and YouTube, for making me have CRS at this point. Go for research that one. I have to take a pause. Because now I gotta keep thinking about what the hell I was going to be saying at this point over here, because I'm so worried about having myself taken out because it might be verified in the wrong way. But we're looking at the stuff right now as it is. And everyone else's different viewpoints right now, we're reacting and acting and reacting. It's like our own immune systems don't know what the hell to do these days. We have an antigen, we have an allergen coming into our system over here, and it's making us go nuts. It's doing a biochemical reaction. Probably affecting the body's immune system to work one way or another way against whatever kind of thing that just entered into us. Whether it be a bad idea or something like we just got in contact with a poisonous plant that makes our skin go. We have to put in a bunch of lotions on here. Or worse, we get a fungus infection in the different areas we don't want to mention, and we don't have the necessary equipment to get rid of it. So we have to deal with it. Using the basis of this example, this is what I'm seeing, what we're doing right now. The fungus I refer to. There's all those damn videos out there that people are putting out in order to get the reaction necessary to make their case known. They want to be known as the fungal. They want to be known as the stuff that goes into the different areas of the body that makes you itch in different spots that you don't want to show to the public. And when you don't even have the right ointment to soothe the nice itch. But the problem is the itch isn't the physical. The itch is in the head. Itch is the idea that goes into the head, right between the ears, into the cranium. And now we're stuck with it. So there's no cream, there's no balm, there's no over-the-counter medication I can use to get rid of the damn idea. It's in there. Oh my God, now what do we do? Okay, we'll use Gallagher's sledgehammer, or sledge-o-matic, in order to get rid of it. So how many times of force of pressure can we put on a human skull before it goes splat, before we can actually feel calm and relief? Let's see, I'm at the point of, hello St. Peter, how are you doing today, sir? It's bad enough we have to deal with the biological nightmares. But what makes the biological nightmares a force to be contended with? It's not the medicine, it's not the science. It's human behavior. It's human mentality. It's the humans that are acting as you. He's got the cooties. You remember what the cooties was, right? You're a young kid. You don't even know what the hell the cooties was, but you heard it and you thought it was nasty. So you made little noises about it towards the opposite sex. You thought they had the cooties. You're a young boy. You're hearing it from your friends. The cooties the girls got. And if they happen to kiss you, they may give you the cooties. If they happen to touch you, they may give you the cooties. If they happen to look at you, they give you the cooties. So what was the cooties anyway? It's a hell of a name. I never got to figure that one out. Well, we're dealing with the same situation all over the place. With all these damn ideas going on. I'm trying to tell you what to think, what not to think, how to feel, how not to feel at this moment here. You got the positive and the negative at this point. Bombarding you left and right. What the hell is the guy supposed to do? Except turn off everything else that he's got external and just try to find his centering. I got a problem. I can't relate. I don't know where my center is. My center took the last train to Clarksville. It's going to the last monkey right now to survive. The only saving grace I've got right now is music. But my music musicians out there, they're dying. What do I do now for a center? Yes, I will turn on Instagram. And yes, I will look at crazy people. Someone goes into a store with a camera and marching around saying, "Look how crazy I am! Look how crazy I am! And look, I have no mask! I have no mask! Ain't I wonderful? Look at me, ain't I wonderful?" I said, "Ain't I wonderful? I'm in your store. I'm not shopping anything, but I have no mask. Aren't I wonderful? Come on, you must understand, I'm wonderful. You are wearing a mask. You are not so wonderful. You're not so much of an egomaniac. You're not chasing your ego. You're not chasing your end. Come on. Give it to me. Why are you looking like that? Why are you getting your manager? But I'm a wonderful person here. I don't need a mask. Why do I need a mask? I don't care. I'm just only testing my ego while filming you at the same time. And notice the camera's not facing me. Because if it was, I'd be a really narcissistic person here. I'd be saying how wonderful I am. I'm going to take a wonderful picture of you with this person over here with a mask, telling me to wear a mask, but I'm not doing it because I'm such a wonderful person. Next thing you see, you have the respondents. You have the organism reacting in such an allergenic way. The antigens are coming out. The nerve endings are fried and frayed. They are sparking up rage into the brain. The brain's like, what the hell is going on here? Tell that limb to shut up already. Alright, limb, shut up. You got too much irritant on you.
I can't get rid of this. I can't get rid of this.
And it's what we're reacting to right now to the news. Basically. Comical as it is, idiotic as it is, but this is how we're doing it. We're going to keep scratching our arm at this one over here until we get some anti-itch medication to get rid of the damage. Unfortunately, under the skin. It won't below the nerve endings. I got this itching over here. I got this itching over here. Good Lord. What the hell did I just get myself into? It's moisture. And fungus loves moisture. Good Lord, I'm covered in it. Well, this is the night, and I already had some night sweats anyway, so what the hell? But the ideas of lunatics out there who are showing how wonderful they are, And then you see the backlash of everyone else saying, look at this! Well, the host body, as I discovered in my own years of dealing with antigens and allergens and stuff that itches and drives me crazy, and not to mention how my own body works, is if I happen to have something that's causing me a great discomfort over here, I either scratch the living crap out of myself or hack like crazy for oxygen, or else I go seek medical treatment for it and get the medicines or equipment necessary to treat the ailment. We can't even do that right now. We have so many people doing the antigen test on us so much. I don't know if there's going to be any medical specialists out there that can actually treat the entire world, or let alone what we're seeing right now, because of how we're reacting to it. Case in point. I don't like using names because usually it gets me more and more deep. And I don't have a shovel with me to get myself out of it either. But I'll probably use it anyway. You have certain groups out there that deal with the itchies too much. One of them is called the Young Turks. I've seen some of their work. I've seen and heard some of the comments that they've made concerning about the people trying to expand upon their ego by saying how wonderful they are by doing the opposite of things that people are trying to tell them not to do. Even if it's supposed to be protecting everyone else's life, limb, and liberty. Liberty. You can't say that one. Liberty's a problem, child. Because if you happen to do liberty, you're telling people that freedom and liberties are at stake. Therefore, you must do this and you must do that. You must not listen to what's healthy at this point over here, what's going to be taking care of you. Holy crap. They constantly attack and they constantly berate. But they also try to explore as much as they can in their own limited capacity of what this thing is going on. One thing I have noticed is how to address it in a certain way where it doesn't, well, let's just say, can they challenge our intellect a little further, or are they still going to be reacting to it as a gut-wrenching level? Because quite frankly, they can't stand the quote-unquote Karens out there. The Karens are the ones are giving them the irritation. The problem is the Young Turks are seeking the irritation. Apparently sadomasochistic at this point, while in pursuit of whatever the truth and freedom and liberty and whatever it is that they're pursuing at this point. They're pursuing human mentality. They're pursuing ego. Because without that, they've got no show. They must promote their own ego while they're battling everyone else's ego. What you would be asking me, what the hell am I doing? Well, take a look at the damn title and you'll find out. I've been trying to talk to people concerning about how I've been living my own life, how I've been dealing with my own life, how I'm dealing with my own mortality, my own sanity. Over the past few years, over the crap I've been going through. Prior to that, my family history up to the point. My own history, my own life. Out there. Why? Why not? Because I figure if I'm going to be remembered, it's not going to be as a Karen, but it's going to be putting my life out there for people to see, and maybe to scratch their heads and see whether or not if I'm another Karen or not, or am I another antigen that's going to give them the willies, or possibly is there any logic or sense that I was trying to give to people out there in one form or fashion.
that they might be able to hold on to that might better their lives down the road. You think it's as far as Stretch, just worse than Stretch Armstrong. Or even say Mr. Fantastic trying to wrap himself up with so much. He's only got so much limit before he can just snap right back. So dealing with Karens. The Karens want their egos fed. The Karens want their egos stroked. They want it built up. They think just because they've seen other people do it, they can do it too. Of course, I'm going to see the fingers being pointed at me in this moment. You're doing the same thing. You're blaming people. I observe, and I tell you what my observations are. I haven't tried to put any characterizations into it, and if I have, it is probably because my own observations matching up with what my values are, what I've learned in my life, from way young to the old current fart that you see right now. So my own values are my own values. My own thoughts are my own thoughts. And I do not force myself upon somebody else. I do not try to go in and make a scene. I wish to go in there, take care of my business, and get the hell out. That's how it is. And if I can have a little bit of a conversation with a clerk or someone else, let's have a conversation. Just a little chit chat. A little human interaction. Got a problem? I've been in customer service. I've been in retail now. I've been in office work. I've been in call centers. So yeah, I know about chit chatting. I also know about following state regulations, federal regulations, local regulations, corporate regulations. What's ridiculous and what's not ridiculous? And if somebody's going to be telling me that if I'm going to be putting myself in that situation, now let's do a hypothetical, okay? Let's just do it a little hypothetical. Say, for example, since I've already been out of work for a hell of a long while, about 10 years, because of an industry accident, let's say that didn't happen. And I'm working back in my old job, my old position. I was a tire clerk at a major retail chain, discount chain. You might have heard of it. Had a W for first letter of it. And me, I was just a counter guy. I sell you tires. I sell you oil services. I'll ring them. I'll ring up your office. I'll ring up your merchandise. I do a register. I make a key. I got a machine over here. Match us up with one of its particular key over here. You can put it in there and match it up in it. We got a key. So I can do the computer work, no problem. I'm not a hands-on technician. I can't put the damn tire on your car. Nor can I put the oil or filter inside your car. Nor am I mechanically inclined enough to tell you what's wrong with your damn car. But I can ring up the products necessary to service your car. If that makes sense. But that was my job at this particular retail place. So let's see if I'm still working over there. And we just gone into full mask mandate. Everybody in the stores got to wear masks. Well, currently, we always have to have masks worn. And we have to make sure whatever mask we're wearing is going to be clean enough, sturdy enough, and wherever we look at it, if the damn thing actually works or not. So we wear these damn things. Here comes Karen. comes Mrs. Wonderful.
Oh, I just came in for my oil service. I notice everyone is not wearing a mask outside. Why is that?
Because they're outside taking a smoke break at this point over here away from the building.
Oh, I don't need to wear a mask, do I?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I'm Miss Wonderful. And I'd like to have an oil service.
Where's your mask?
I don't want one. I don't need one. I'm Miss Wonderful. I want a photograph everything like this with crochet.
You see that camera right above us?
What camera? Oh, there's a whole row of them.
With audio video capability, which means our conversation right now, according to the sign outside of our building over here, is telling you that everything is being monitored by our security department deep inside our building over here. Now, if you also notice the other notice over here, that we are telling people, which is sent by the state of California and then reissued by the local municipalities, of telling what our mandates are, not to mention our corporate policies sandwiched right next to them of what is needed and what's not needed. And one of the things that they're saying at this point, if you notice in our XYZ company, XYZ is telling you that you must wear a mask. Now we do have surgical masks that we can give you.
I don't think so. That's not wonderful. That don't fit me.
We have a selection of choice of masks that we can show you as you're going in that you can purchase. So if you're going to be,
I don't want to purchase. I don't want a mask. I'm Miss Wonderful. I got you on camera right now. I'm doing live Instagram right now.
wow, I'm impressed.
Live Instagram.
Well, that is live right now. That's not taped. That's going over to our security department. And did I actually tell you that we have security agents over there watching?
What are you telling me?
Well, what I'm telling you is, you want to own a service, come over here into the store, and you need to wear a mask.
I don't want a mask. Don't you know what I am? I'm Miss Wonderful here. I'm saying this. I got these conditions over here. I got a gummy foot. And my gummy foot don't like masks.
Well, your gummy foot don't have a nose on it either, so it doesn't have any breathing. It's just part of your body for your limbs there, if I remember biologically.
Oh, now you're a doctor now.
No, I'm just a technician right now who's trying to take your order concerning about your oil service and also tell you what our policy is if you happen to step outside the car and go into our store, you're going to need to wear a mask. Now, if you want portable masks, we got them right here.
Now, just a second here. I don't need to wear a mask. I'm immune.
Oh, do you got your card with you?
No, I got natural immunity.
I got afflicted by the flu. We got other bugs right here that we've got the situation charted here, what we have to have the mask needed for. And it doesn't matter which particular biological contaminant you've been exposed to, you still need to wear the mask in here, regardless.
No, I don't. No, I don't, and I don't need to see your manager. I'm gonna walk in here right now just for the fun of it. How about that?
You're gonna park your car right here?
Yeah, why not?
Sir, you're one car ahead of one that's finishing up an oil service. You've got 5 backed up behind you, and I don't know if they need a tire sale or an oil service at this point. And usually we take the tire services ahead of oils because they give us some money more. Now, every one of those customers are also encouraged and strongly encouraged because of what the state of our state is saying this. Wear the damn mask.
This is not wonderful. I'm gonna get you on camera. You just said that, right? You just said that.
Sir,
Every one of these damn cameras is hooked up to my security center. Deep inside my building over here, which I am employed at this point. Now, you see that other person coming over here? That's my boss. And that's their boss. And they're coming over here with a security agent right behind them over here. Now, we can either solve this nice and politely, you can have the bass going, or you can get the hell out of here. Your choice. I'm gonna call cops on you.
Did I mention that security officer is also an off-duty cop?
You know, this is going on the internet. This is going to embarrass you.
But you know,
I don't care. I don't do the internet as often as I should. You're smiling. Yeah, I try. I was supposed to be nice and helpful to you at this point. I have tried to do the best I can. I have been photographed and tape recorded like crazy up and down here inside this bay here. And they've got this all on tape, which protects my ass at this point over here. Unfortunately, you haven't protected your ass because you had to use this. And unfortunately, if you've looked at the windows around you, there's been reflections of your face being put onto your Instagram. So now we know what you look like, but we still know what you look like. Ah. Supervisor Schmalala. And manager blah blah blah. Who was the other guy? Okay. Yeah. Let me. Okay. Well, can I talk to you outside here, boss? Yeah, boss. We got a problem here over here, and let me explain the situation as best as I can. Oh, you've already seen it on the cameras inside. Okay. What was the procedure I was supposed to be following this time? Okay. What did I forget? Ooh. Yeah, I know that's gonna sting a bit. Yeah, I gotta remember that one because I don't run into this kind of situation all too often. Not even a training videos cover this damn situation. Sorry about the language here, boss, but no. I gotta work on that. Okay. We'll talk about it when we get back inside, boss. What's gonna be done with with Mr. Wonderful here? Okay. So I go back inside and do my I do inventory. Okay, that's fine. So while I go do inventory, I don't have to worry about Wonderful over here arguing and screaming their heads off left and right. Meanwhile, here comes law enforcement. A skit like this may or may not happen, but if it does happen, it is a situation, hopefully, it can be resolved peacefully. And peacefully by meaning you give the person two options. One, wear the damn mask, or two, don't wear the damn mask. Simply stated by federal, state, local municipalities, not to mention corporate. This is saying, this is just doing hypothetically at this point over here, if you belong to a company that has to follow corporate policies, but the corporate policies are also dictated by the local, by the state, and by the federal, depending on the particular position you have. Now, for me, when I worked at the retail giant with a big W in front of it, or they used to call it the big asterisk, we had to follow state and federal guidelines regarding tires and batteries and oil and other goops and meats and plops over there, because toxic materials had all these regulations we had to follow. Cleanup procedures, hazardous stuff, storage areas for batteries, not to mention the tires, and the used oil and used liquids like that. We had to have cleanup procedures. We had to have
a certain type of gravelly material to toss on the toxic stuff, and make sure that it absorbs it all. That's what we call it, absorb it all anyway. And toss it into bags. And we all had to be gowned up with personal protection gear for this to get rid of toxic stuff in a store. This was my job. This was the training I had to have. When we're dealing with a biological contaminant coming into the place, we didn't, when I was working at this company, we didn't have that issue except for the normal flus and the normal pneumonias and the colds. And if we wanted to, we could have worn a mask if we were dealing with allergies. But we had to get permission from management first. But we're dealing with a biological contaminant hell-bent on mutating itself and trying to kill us. So the kind of video I was trying to do at this point over here was basically, it may have been far off, but it could have been real. Without giving facts and figures. It was based off of my own experience. My own personal experience of working in an environment such as that. And trying to explain to a customer what they are looking at and what they have to entail. I have been out of the environment for a hell of a long while. But I understand it. I understand how workers and managers would have to deal with people who are still chasing the windmills. They're chasing the windmills on us. What they're chasing is their own ego. Their ego are the windmills. And they're going to make sure that they have plenty of attention. Because that's what they crave, is the attention. And every time we keep going for the scratching at the skin, we're giving it more and more of it. It's like dealing with a plant that we are so allergic to that it almost becomes quite deadly if we continue to do the physical interactions in order to get rid of that damn thing. Such as long-ass fingernails against skin over here torn to pieces because we can't get to it. Because already the nerve endings have already been flared and sent the signal through the spine, through the central nervous column, into our cranium, into our brains, to let us know what situation we're getting ourselves into. And we're doing this under a biological threat. I don't know what can be done, except maybe for me personally, is to stay the hell away from all this damn shit. I have to stay away from all this damn shit because it's going to drive me nuts. I'm seeing a group of people over here who are acting as if they're dealing with the worst case of plant or animal dander, and they're allergic to it entirely. And they don't know how to get rid of it, except to expose it the way it is, scratch the living crap out of themselves as they're complaining about the dander themselves that they got into. And the problem is they're seeking it out. They're seeking it out because they want to show people what's going on. Okay, so turn the camera back on me. What do you think you're doing? Look back to the title of my own channel here and look to the descriptions. And this is my own opinion of how I see things, how I react, and how I'm trying to deal. This is my channel. I'm trying to tell people what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing, what I'm viewing, what I'm going through, what I'm living through, what mental horrors that's going through my damn head, what physical ailments that may affect me in one way or another. Any kind of situation happening outside the door, I open up and get into outside. Whatever happens. This is my reaction towards it. This is my thoughts, this is my feelings, this is my observations of what I'm reacting to, whatever it is out there. I'm not chasing after it. It's encounters that I go through. I'm not seeking deliberately to go after windmills. I'm not seeking controversy. But it's out there. I'll encounter it eventually. I may or may not. But if I happen to go on social media, I sure as hell know I'm going to be encountering the damn thing right there. I'll be hearing and I'll be reading people's reactions to whatever is ailing them and whatever they're reacting to. This is the purpose. This is a long-winded video. And this I've had enough of.